Wake up and move. Just around back here again at FlexxMP for another Movement Monday. And with this one, I thought we'd get a little primal, a little animalistic. What does that all mean? Well, if you look at the title, a little entry level, little beginner, little intro to primal movements. And if you're not sure what those are and you've never done them or you don't think they could benefit you, well, they could benefit everybody. They're great for mobility, stability, strength. So we're going to show you how to start with it if you've never done it. And even if you're a little more advanced, this video might help you as well with things that you may have forgotten about or don't think about. In fact, this is something that I kind of do regularly because I always feel we should always get back to the basics with all movement patterns, especially this. So stay tuned as we kind of do entry level or beginning with primal stuff and what primal is even all about and why you should be doing it on today's Movement Monday. So entry level to primal. Primal movements are just great. They're usually ground movements and things you might see animals doing. Little ape, little movement, stuff like this. You've probably heard of bear crawl, maybe. But they're great because there's something I've taken beginner to even advanced. But anybody dealing with some injuries or some limitations can do some version of these to really build up a lot of the stabilizers. What I feel is muscles that aren't always working, but I can also do them on an active recovery day. So there's a host of benefits for these. But what we're going to do for today's workout or Movement Monday, we're going to go through two movements, and then we'll show some variations of and some progressions of. So we're going to start here, and we're going to get to this position in case you're looking ahead. But what I'm looking for when I'm with a client or anybody, and what I want to coach you through, is if you're in these movements, and you're going to be into this beast or bear, whatever you want to call it, there are variations, but what I'm looking for is we want to spread the fingers, and I'll coach kind of like squeezing blades of grass with the hand. So that's where we're going to start. So you don't want just a flat palm and just press down. That's where we get wrist issues and some other issues. And if you already have wrist issues like I have, where I separated a wrist in college, I was a dance minor and I was just goofing around in a Fiddler on the Roof performance, and I separated that. If you've watched this channel before, you're familiar with it. We're going to spread those fingers and we're going to spread them and then grip it. So I'm gripping basketball or blades of grass, but my fingers are as spread as possible. In fact, if you want to get in there and do that beforehand and kind of spread them out. And then I've got shoulder width. So I've got wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked, and then I'm going to screw that and turn it where this part of my elbow should be facing in front of me. And then with knees I like below hips, but depending if they're behind or in front could have a difference between tension on quad and hamstring. I won't go too in depth on that, but I like them at or slightly in front. We'll get a little more posterior chain, so hamstring, and we're just going to lift up about an inch. Now with that, I'm going to squeeze my glutes as best as I can, screw those in, and I'm going to push my knees out. And there we go. Maybe you just lift and hold if that's where you're at. Lift and hold. Now if you can work up to about 30 seconds to a minute hold, you're really doing good. Press in and press out, pressing through my toes. Now the other one's actually a little bit easier. So if you can do that one, you can definitely do this next one. The only difference with this, the only limitation with this might be shoulder mobility. So with this, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. So squeeze back and press down and then press up. So this crab position, we're not all the way up here in this tabletop. That's a great one too, but we're just going to lift up. Now with this, I played around with a client today who was actually a dancer, an Irish dancer. She couldn't really do this with her hip. She's so used to tucking her hip, so she rounded her back. But we should be able to move those hips in all positions. Yeah, we want to coach tucking the hip in a lot, but we should also be able to arch a little bit. We want to find a neutral position. So if you're new to this and you're not sure, you don't have a mirror or anybody to look at you, squeeze shoulder blades down and back. Go as far one direction, so tucking it, almost squeezing the glutes, and then arching it, and then find a good middle position. You'll kind of know where you're at. So as far one direction, as far the other, and then kind of find that neutral position out. We're just going to press and hold. Again, this is easier for you. Worst case here, not a huge fan of that, because again, we're trying to prevent a lot of that anterior load that we get from our daily life. We want to really open that up. So squeeze those shoulder blades, press through those heels, and just kind of press through and find an active position and just hold. Again, find that neutral position. You could still engage the glutes, but not too much that you're arching or you're tucking it too much. Again, try to find that neutral, and we're just a little bit off the ground, not all the way here or here. We don't want to put that tension. And then just hold 30 seconds to a minute. Now, as you progress, you could do what's called an under switch. So maybe you kind of create a little workout, 30-second hold here, 30-second hold here, and then maybe you're just doing this and just rotating, and this would really get through. Now, if you're feeling some issues into your wrists, into some other areas of mobility, check out my video I posted last week of joint-to-joint standing mobility you can do in 7 minutes. You could have some fun with this. This was actually a workout I did with a client this morning. Now we want to stack it. We want to make sure everything stays as stable as possible. You could, this you could do around the world where you lift a hand, lift a toe, lift a toe. Same idea. Lift a toe, lift a toe, lift a hand, lift a hand. You could try. I'm not too great at these, so maybe you can do better than me, where you can press down, try to rotate into too much. See, just goofing around. I'm getting winded. So this could turn into a really good workout. But at the end of the day, we want you moving better, feeling better, and living better. And this is one of the things that can help you with it. Like, you want control of your body. You want to be able to do this kind of stuff. This stuff is going to come back and benefit you, when you're 80, when you're 90, when you're 100. Don't tell those stories in your head that just because you're this age or that age or you got this or that, you can't do these things. Don't let that become you. Don't set those limits. You start doing these, you start believing, and you start modifying wherever you're at, and then progressing. Trust me, you can do some incredible and amazing things with the human body that you never thought you could do before. And it just starts with saying yes and just starting wherever you're at. Now, if you need help starting wherever you're at and some guidance along the way, that's where we come in. We want to see you, again, move better, feel better, and live better. And we don't set limits on you. And we progress at your level, at your pace, and personalize it to your level here at FlexxMP, because we love seeing people really reach new heights and new areas of their life. Anyway, so that's what we got. If you got any questions, if you need some more, again, we gave you kind of a little workout there, 30-second in that beast bear position, 30-second in the crab, maybe do some under switches. Then you start adding to it with leg lifts, shoulder touches, that kind of stuff. Some fun stuff you can do with this. It can create a great workout, but also get you to feeling better and living that ultimately better life. Anyways, thanks for tuning into this video today. Hope it helped. Hope we gave you something to do, especially one of those anytime, anywhere type workouts, as always. And what do you got, Jay?
Don't give up, try your best, and have fun.
Always have fun with it. Take care. Hey, thanks for checking out videos just like these. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click on notifications below to stay up to date on all these videos that we post here throughout the week. And again, tag a friend underneath if you think they might benefit from these videos. And if you need further training or further information or a little more personalized programming to meet your needs, we can create a customized roadmap to meet your needs here at FlexxMP. Just click on that link below. Again, contact us today at FlexxMP to get you moving better, living better, and feeling better.